All right, guys, this is another CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I'm your host, Nick Quaglia, sitting here with Mike Molyneux. So we watched the Patriots lose 20-13. The number one question, I think, in the NFL for a lot of the season as the Patriots struggled, the Patriots passing game looks bad. Tom Brady looks like he's now falling off of a cliff. Max Kellerman, but he's taking a decline. Was Saturday night's game against the Tennessee Titans in Gillette Stadium Tom Brady's final game as a New England Patriot? So I guess that's kind of two questions. Is Tom Brady retiring? Is he going to a different team? Okay, so three questions. Or is he going to be coming back here to New England? Is he going to sign a new deal? Whether it be 1 year, 2 year, we can get into the details as you answer your question. So again, Tom Brady's final game on Saturday against the Titans in that loss. Yes or no, Mike?
No, that is not the last time we see Tom Brady in a Patriot uniform. This is a guy who, first of all, on his side of things, he wants to keep playing football. And I when he says it, I believe him 100% because I think something that you kind of alluded to earlier, he hasn't really fallen off a cliff. Is he the same guy he was 4 or 5 years ago? No. Yes, we see that.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yes, he's not that guy. But one thing that I kept saying to people, Saturday night or Sunday morning after the game, we've seen old quarterbacks who suck. Peyton Manning, his last year, he sucked.
These guys were ass.
He had decent receivers over there. He pretty much had the same team that he had when he threw, 50-something touchdowns.
Yeah.
But he sucked.
They were ducks. He had no zip on that football.
Peyton Manning sucked. Brett Favre, his last year, he sucked. And I'm just thinking of guys, that were Hall of Fame quarterbacks in my lifetime that I've seen age. Peyton Manning sucked. Brett Favre sucked. Tom Brady has been playing 41, 42, and he has yet to really shown that he sucked. Yes, does his passes sometimes have the same zip on him? Is his accuracy the same? No. But he's at the same level as Peyton Manning and Brett Favre when they were complete trash? No, he's not. Now, the stats may say otherwise, but if you really look into those stats and look at the team and watch this Patriots team all season, if you're going to sit here and put the blame on Brady completely for the offense and the receiver struggling and just bad play all around, you can't sit here and say that's on Brady. Brady himself wants to keep playing. I believe he should keep playing. Now, on the Patriots side of things, Robert Kraft came out and said it. He wants Brady as a New England Patriot. That's his number one prayer, his dream. He wants Brady as a Patriot. And I know most people won't believe this, but I personally believe, because there's been debates, who deserves more credit for the Patriots dynasty? Is it Brady or is it Belichick? Or does Belichick really want Brady out the picture? Did he really want Garoppolo to be the guy? I personally believe Belichick is not a stupid man. He can coach. He can be the greatest coach of all time. He can have the schemes and do your job, and all of that's great. Believe me, I think he's the GOAT when it comes to coaches. But he's not stupid. He knows on the football field, one person that probably contributes to the amount of success that the team's had right next to him is Brady. And I also think Belichick is smart enough to know Brady is not done. Belichick needs to look himself in the mirror and take some of the blame of what this team was in 2019. But to answer your question, Nick, I don't think Brady is done playing football, and I don't think Brady is done playing football for the New England Patriots, quarterback for the New England Patriots.
Yeah, and I'm with you because I'm changing my tune because earlier in the season, just a few weeks ago, I was saying, if you asked me then, I would have said that Tom Brady is retiring. But after listening to them after the game, after watching that final game, I mean, first things first, I don't think Tom Brady's retiring on a pick six.
No,
for Logan Ryan.
No.
I don't think he's doing that. So I guess that just narrows my choices down. Is he back with the Patriots next season? Or is he back in football, but with a different team? Whether that be the Los Angeles Chargers, whether that be the Chicago Bears, whoever it may be, the Dolphins, whoever it may be. Tom Brady is not going out like that. I think Tom Brady is coming back, and I think Tom Brady is coming back in a Patriots uniform next year. I'll explain why in a second. But guys, we all know how a VPN protects your privacy and security online, right? But I didn't know this until recently, and it's taken my TV watching game to the next level. I'm an idiot. I really did not know this until recently. You can use a VPN to unlock movies and shows that are only available in other countries. Look, something I found out on Twitter, I guess other Netflix services in different countries have different shows, not just like UK specific shows, for example, but they have American shows that we might not have on Netflix, but they have it on their Netflix. See, ExpressVPN hides your IP address, and this allows you to watch UK Netflix. It lets you control where you want sites to think that you're located. You can choose from almost 100 different countries. That's a ton of countries. So just think about all the Netflix libraries that you guys can go through. Do you love anime? Some people do. Use ExpressVPN to access Japanese Netflix. Be spirited away, but it's not just Netflix. ExpressVPN works with any streaming service, Hulu, BBC iPlayer, YouTube, you name it. There are hundreds of VPNs out there, but the reason I use ExpressVPN to watch shows is it's ridiculously fast. There's never any buffering or lag, which is the best. I cannot stand streaming and then having things lag, because then you just know that it's going to keep doing that for the rest. You got to go upstairs. You got to reset the router. It sucks. And that never works. It's usually the streaming service. There's never any buffering, though, or lag with ExpressVPN. You can stream in HD, no issues. ExpressVPN is also compatible with all your devices, phones, media consoles, smart TVs, and more. So you can watch what you want on the go or on the big screen wherever you are. Guys, if you go visit my special link right now, expressvpn.com/beat, you can get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. Support the show, watch what you want, and protect yourselves at expressvpn.com/beat. Again, our link, expressvpn.com/beat. So, no, again, I don't think Tom Brady is retiring off of a pick six. I really don't think he's going to go out that way. The guy's had too big of a career, too incredible of a career. It just did not feel like he would end his career the way that unfolded, the way that game unfolded. And on top of that, just looking at the guy, I mean, you just went through the list of players that retired, quarterbacks who retired, who looked like absolute ass at the end of their career, one being Peyton Manning. Yeah. I don't think people remember. Peyton Manning sucked. Peyton Manning was benched for when Brock Osweiler
sucked,
full season run. He was bad. He had no zip on the ball. He couldn't get any power behind the ball. Every single throw that he had was an absolute duck. He was a game manager, and hey, they worked. The Denver Broncos obviously won the Super Bowl that year, but their defense was out of this world, one of the greatest ever. Tom Brady does not look like that. Tom Brady looks like he still has something left in the tank. Again, did he take a step back? Yeah, I'm not saying that he didn't take a step back. I'm not saying that this guy was the MVP Tom Brady that we know. But he didn't take enough of a step back where I look at all these other guys who could be potential options. You have to think about that too. And you alluded to Bill Belichick not being an idiot. You have to look at these other guys and say, okay, are they better value? Are they close to the skill level of Tom Brady, of where he's at right now? And can they win us football games? There is nobody out there right now who's going to be available to you that can win you more football games than Tom Brady. Bill Belichick always says it. He is trying to do the best things for his football team. He's trying to get the number one piece out there that can win him football games. And that's Tom Brady right now. It just is. So Bill Belichick, I think, is going to want him. In his heart, does he want to prove, and I'm interested in this too, does he want to prove that Tom Brady and him could win separately, especially could Bill Belichick prove that he can win without Tom Brady on his team? I think he would like that. I'm interested to see how that goes.
I never thought that's the case. The people have built up that narrative of one wants to show that they can do it without the other. I've never believed
They have
that.
Egos, though. They do. They have egos.
Have they really displayed it that much, in your opinion?
No.
I don't see these guys. This is just me personally. I don't see these guys really deep down. Everything that we've heard from Brady has said, I've been so blessed to play for the greatest, owner and coach of all time. Like, I'm so grateful and thankful to be in this position. I really don't think he sits at home saying, man, if I could just go somewhere else and win a Super Bowl without Belichick, I could really show the league. Like, he's done enough to show the league enough.
No, but see, that's the thing. I don't think that they are driving for it. I don't think like they would do enough to be like, okay, get me out of here. Yeah. I just think that it intrigues them. Maybe that's it. Maybe it intrigues them like it intrigues me. I think it intrigues them to think, could I win without A, could I win without B? I mean, this is what Brady said in the press conference after the game. He said, quote, I would say it's pretty unlikely. I love the Patriots. This is when he was asked about retirement. It's the greatest organization playing for Mr. Kraft all these years for Coach Belichick. There's nobody that's had a better career than me just being with them. I'm very blessed, and I don't know what the future looks like, and I'm not going to predict it. I think Tom Brady wants to be back. It's been reported, though, this is a very interesting piece to this narrative, to this story. Jay Glazer reports that Tom Brady is not going to be taking a hometown discount. And to that, I say no.
He shouldn't have been taking a hometown discount for the past 7-8 years, if we're really being honest.
Now, while that's true, I totally agree with you. I think he would take a couple million off because, I think Tom just wants to feel appreciated. That's it. That's all it is. And I think if the Patriots go up to him and go, hey, we're going to give you, let's say $23 million, okay? We're going to give you $23 million, but this time the bill says, I promise you we're going to get you some premier targets. We're going to do something. We're going to do everything that we can. That is huge for this story. Huge for the story. If Bill can guarantee him that, or maybe even make those moves before Tom signs a deal, well, then I think Tom would take a slight discount on his contract, and I think he'd be more willing to come back to this team.
Nick,
in the end, he's coming back.
What you just said right there is key. You know,
it's absolutely
the money doesn't matter to players like Tim Duncan and Brady and Tom Brady. The money doesn't matter.
Like what was around him this year.
You just want to have the pieces around you that can help you succeed. So I know that report came out. I read that too. But I think that smoke being blown up people's asses about Brady not taking a hometown disc. He doesn't care about the money. Give him a team to work with and watch him go to work.
That was leaked by Brady's camp. No doubt in my mind. That was leaked by Brady's camp. They want to get that leverage. I really think so. But I think if Bill and the Patriots can get Tom targets, I think everything's going to be forgiven. I think they're going to be fine. And I think Tom wants to go get that 7th ring. I think he wants to win one more time. And this year was a big shot to his ego. Do not be shocked if Tom Brady shows up next year, maybe even comes to OTAs. I don't know. I hope he does, because that gives us more stuff to talk about in the offseason.
You could have all the motivation in the world, but motivation could really get a kick in his ass if you take a bad loss. And this is what happened to this team, not only this game, but all season long. It was a bad season. Now you really, because I mean, what are the Super Bowls in the last 4 seasons, appearances, whatever the numbers are. Now you really got to work from the bottom of the mountain all the way to the top again. And if there's somebody that can do it, it's Tom Brady for sure.
And he has said time after time after time after time, guys, you have to remember the brand, TB12. He said that he wants to play until 45 years old. That brand takes a hit. His whole game plan after his career is done in football is based off of TB12. A huge, huge step in the right direction for TB12 is if he can play until 45. Yeah. You better damn believe that this guy's going to do everything that he can, everything in his power, as long as Giselle lets him, to play football until he's 45 years old.